Morning walking fans. Our sixth and final full day of walking. Started off from Watcombe and we're heading to Starcross. Cars are stationed at either end. Andy's blister level is at 2. My knee level is at about 3/4. And we're going to have coffee in tin or Teignmouth, we can't decide. I suppose given the metal mining history of the southwest it should be tin, but who knows, who cares frankly. We're going to be on the roller coaster cliff tops of the new red sandstone for the next hour or so, get to Shaldon, descend down to the estuary, probably have to go across on the road bridge. I don't think the ferry will be open because it seems to me that in these parts public conveniences should actually be titled public inconveniences because they're all shut. And we've just passed not only a block of toilets that are shut, but the portaloo outside the shut down block of toilets is padlocked up. Now I know that provides other pleasures for Andy because he can study the padlock technology, but if you're looking for a Jimmy Riddle, you are forced to go au naturel. Any comments, muchacho?
4 miles till we get a cup of tea.
4 miles to a cup of tea. A heartfelt, plaintive voice, recognising the liquid requirements of intrepid exploration. Ambling along the mighty southwest coast path. The exam paper today is very much hard questions at the beginning. So a lot of tough questions to answer early on with some typically steep descents, immediately followed by steep ascents. There's some massive building project just in front of me which I shall photograph presently. That's where the noise is coming from. But we're now approaching Shaldon, and its ness, and looking down at the most monumental, blending with the landscape not project. So some superstar will be living in this gaff. Well, check this project out. Massive landscaping going on, big fence around it, trapezoidal roof. What rich fucker's going to be living in there, I wonder, in this gloriously remote countryside. I've just reflected on the probable purchase of Atomic Abramovich. This is going to be a mega £1 million house. Really? Really? I have to question myself when I'm making rude comments about such things. Is it envy? Probably is partly that. Would you live in a place of that kind? Yes, you probably would. If you had the chance, I guess, I don't know. There's something obnoxious about it though, isn't there? Yeah, I sort of carry that riff on a bit about envy. It's not really, each to their own. It just seems a monumental imposition on the landscape, but hey ho, there you go. I just met some fellow dog walkers who were impressed with us going to Starcross. Probably think we're lunatics. At the moment I do. There's a threesome coming across the hillside we saw earlier. So it's all kicking off as we approach Shaldon. Okay, it's been hard yards this morning, walking fans. Hard yards, very enjoyable, but severe ups and downs from our start point, and now cresting this hill, and there is coffee time ahead. So we're on top basically now of, well, that's just ahead of us, the nest, but we're on the hill outside Shaldon. There's a holiday park to my left, and spread out handsomely to the other side of the estuary, the place where John Keats lived, the great poet, for a few years. It's bloody miserable here apparently. Teignmouth, or is it Teignmouth? I don't know. And there's a glorious little pitch and putt course down there. The red cliffs of the Ness. The beaches beyond, and I think we walk along the lower promenade type bit, not up and over the cliffs. And frankly, walking fans, that would be more than welcome after 6 days of up and down. So looking forward to that massively. There's one lone golfer out, probably scored 9 holes in one, and nobody will ever believe him or her. Well, we're just past the Ness pub at Sheldon and looking across at Teignmouth. Our pronunciation has been given input from the locals, so it's definitely Sheldon and it's definitely Teignmouth, and this is the estuary of the River Tyn, and Sheldon ahead, the bridge which we're going to go across, because I don't think the ferry will be running, which is a shame, but what a glorious day. And doesn't Teignmouth look handsome across the estuary? Beautifully folded into the hills, attractive houses, there's a pier, a church tower. Right in the centre of the picture now is where John Keats lived for a couple of years in the 1818 to 1819 or something. Great celebrated poets, annoying cars just going by when they shouldn't be banned from such a road. And I remember very much a magic experience with Dad and John Malpas coming up on his little boat out of the mouth of the estuary over the sandbar here, and it was quite treacherous. I was rather hoping to see some little boats wobbling around today, but not a lot of activity on this fantastic Friday morning. Well, in an absolutely excellent turn up for the books, an early season ferry is running. So it's a little orderly queue. Normally used to at home running for the bus, you've got to run for the ferry. How bloody marvellous. But to be honest, you'd be out a bit of a twit in this fantastic weather not to get your services up and running. So we're going to walk the gangplank, we're going to splice the main brace. What could be better? Really, what could be better? Salty sea dog with a captain, lovely yellow boots. Truly excellent. Sheldon, whoops, Teignmouth ferry. Well, that's a short but thrilling little ferry ride across the River Tyn into Teignmouth. And there's the slipway which we're going to ram into any second. Other SWCP types waiting to board. How absolutely fantastic. A lifeboat station dead ahead. Astern. That's it. Now we'll have a little bit of putting down the gangplank and off we go. Bugger! Oh, there's another one! We're in luck. So, having not pressed record, I have now. Error 404, forgot to press record. Absolutely shocking. But fortunately, a train going downline. Yeah, got it. Yeah. A third attempt to get a train. I think I got it, yeah. Yes, a proper job that was. Oh, magnificent rail action. Magnificent rail action on the Teignmouth to Dawlish stretch. We're approaching Holcombe. It's a rather impressive stack. I can't begin to think what it reminds me of, but maybe there's a clue in the name. It's called, and I'm not joking, it's called Shag Rock. And a bit of a walk inland to get around this headland. Smugglers Inn, outskirts of Dawlish seafront, Exmouth in the distance, and the estuary of the River Exe. You can just see the tip of Dawlish Warren poking out. Not the first headland with the little woodland with a rock, a stack, Langstone Point that is. Beyond that is the Warren, the sandspit at Dawlish Warren. Oh, marvellous. 6 days of glorious Devon walking coming to an end. Next hour or so, a few miles to go to get to a place called Starcross, which is on the west side of the Exe. And a train's about to go by. It's in deceleration mode. GWR. That'll be one of the push me pull yous up to Exeter, I suspect. Lots of wonderful intercity trains have zipped by today. Glorious weather. Looking across to Exmouth, which will be where we start next time we're down in this neck of the woods. And you really feel once you got across the River Exe that you're really on the final lap of the mighty SWCP, and the cliffs in the distance we've already done. In the very far distance we've been round Beer Head from Branscombe Mouth and got all the way to Weymouth actually. And so this week we've come all the way from basically Bigbury-on-Sea. So if you think Bigbury-on-Sea, on the other side of the River Avon, a place called Bantham. We've walked all the way from there to our final destination shortly, Starcross. And I haven't done the actual maths yet, but we are going to have walked 70 or so, more than 70 miles this week, which is, I have to say, awesome. We've got a glorious footbridge, which Andy is waving from and leading the way. Don't think the last few miles are going to be terribly scenic, but who cares? It's all about just getting there and then whizzing back home to Pebble Lodge in Paynton, Pines Lane, and from there, quick turnaround off down to Brixham for a celebration evening meal at Rockfish, the restaurant. And I know what I'm having if they're on the menu. No question about that. Not the most scenic of finales. Well, bearing down now on Starcross, bringing to an end 6 marvellous days of wonderful walking. We just passed the Warren, so I can keep the W's going for a while. Intrigued by the name of the next place, given I've already seen Whole Head and Shag Rock. This village is now called Cockwood. So there's some serious Freudian issues going on down in this part of Devon. But all seriousness aside, absolutely marvellous week of walking in incredible sunshine. It set a level of expectation that I doubt any other trip we do can match, but fingers crossed. And it really has been. We haven't seen a cloud in the sky all bloody week, apart from a little bit at the beginning. So, great end to the week. Andy's done brilliantly. In his post-COVID environment, he's survived it and thrived in these not easy conditions, because if you're feeling a bit under the weather, this week would certainly have tested you out. Certainly the first 3 days and parts of the last 3. Every day's had some serious physical challenge in it. I don't think it's that much of a shame to be finishing off down a boring road with cars passing by It's easy walking, it's flat, a bit harder on the knees because you haven't got the cushioning effect of some of the walks we go on, and some of them are flipping hard. Some of the paths, I mean. So anyway, a magic week. Looking forward to getting back, changing up, and going out for fish at Brixham tonight.